Hi everyone, it's Alison. Today we're going to continue looking at the properties of water. We'll be focusing on specific heat capacity, latent heat capacity, and their use in biology. The specific heat capacity is the amount of heat energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of substance by 1 degree Celsius. So what this means is that as we heat up our water molecules, the heat energy is transformed into kinetic energy as the water molecules start vibrating more vigorously. And this kinetic energy is what causes a change in temperature in the water. And the amount of heat that you need to introduce into this into water is what we call the specific heat capacity for a specific substance. Latent heat capacity is the amount of energy needed to change the physical state of a substance, in this case water. So if we were to plot a graph of temperature over time, and we were to try and melt a ice cube into water and then evaporate it, we would see something like this, where the temperature starts increasing and then it plateaus before it starts increasing again, and then there's another plateauing effect and then another spike in temperature. The reason for these plateaus is that the energy that we're introducing into the water is no longer used to increase the kinetic energy of the water molecules, but is now used to break the bonds between the water molecules and allow the water to change, the molecules to change their state from solid to liquid and then to gas. So, water has both a high specific and latent heat capacity, which means it requires more energy and more heat to raise the temperature of water, and more energy is needed to go from one state to the other. So in biology, this is important because it means that water is able to remain as a liquid in the environment across a wider range of temperatures, which means that aquatic life are able to survive in bodies of water because the water doesn't freeze as easily as other substances. And it also means that our body can use this property of water to help regulate our body temperature, because as water evaporates, the kinetic energy of the molecules decreases and allows our body to decrease its temperature without losing too much water, as it requires so much more energy for the water to go from liquid to vapor. It means that we don't have to sweat as much to be able to cool down. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.